All right, y'all. Let's see what you learned from that first video. I'm trying to talk really loud so that you can hear me. My voice is about gone. But let's still look at some more practice with no solution or all real numbers when we're solving an inequality. From the video, you got a good understanding of what we're looking for, but let's do a few from our packet together. So you'll need to turn in your packets to the page that says no solution or all real numbers. That's it, that's showing to you right here. And we're going to do it just like the directions say. We're going to solve the following inequalities and determine whether the inequality has no solution or if the solution is all real numbers. And then we're going to graph it on the number line. So for number one, first, we'll solve this just like we would any other inequality. And first we check to see if we can distribute. And I can do some distributing here. So let's do that first. I'm going to separate my sides. -6 minus 42k, because we have to distribute that -6 to both. And let's distribute the 7. So we'd have a +7 and a +42k. And that side is less than or equal to -2. Now on this side, we check to see if we can combine any like terms. I see k's that are alike. I got a -42k and a +42k. Well, -42 plus 42, that's 0. So our k's cancel out. And we're got some other like terms to combine. Our -6 and our +7. Well, 6 minus 7 or -6 plus 7, that's 1. So the only thing that's on the left side of that inequality now is a 1. And that's less than or equal to -2. So at this point, we need to ask ourselves, is this statement true? Is 1 less than or equal to -2? No, it's not. So that means that this inequality has no solution. There's no real number that you could plug in to this inequality that will make this statement true. So there's no solution. Therefore, we do not shade in the number line at all. All right, let's look at number 2. Again, check for distributing first. And I see we got some distributing of a -2 here. So -2 times 2 is -4. -2 times -2x is a +4x. Be careful with your signs there. And then -4 times x is -4x. And -4 times 5 is a -20. And again, let's separate so we keep our sides separate. And we've got the left side and the right side after our distributing. Now we need to combine like terms. I've got some x's over here, 4x and -4x. What happens there? They cancel out as well. 4 minus 4 is 0. So the x's cancel out. And -4 minus 20 is -24. And we've got less than or equal to -24. So again, at this point, we ask ourselves, is this a true statement? Is -24 less than or equal to -24? That is true because it is equal to, and because of that or equal to, that statement is true. When that happens, it means that for this solution, all real numbers will satisfy this inequality. We could pick any number on that number line and it will make this a true statement. So when we graph, we're going to shade in everything on this number line. Any positive, negative, decimal, whole number, every value that you plug into this inequality will make that statement true. Okay? Now, in your notes, I want you to write this down about those two special cases, because your quiz on Wednesday will cover this right here. You'll have a little mini quiz over these things. And so go ahead and write this down. Take out your notes, or you can write it on this page, wherever you want to write it in that you study from. When the variable cancels out, whenever we're solving, and this variable cancels out, if the statement is true, then the solution is all real numbers. But if the statement is false, then there is no solution. you'll need to know both of those special cases. For inequalities, just like we learned for equations, those two individual circumstances where we don't just get an answer, where we have to interpret and understand what this means when our variable eliminates or cancels out and we're left with a false statement versus a true statement. Okay, so practice using the rest of this page. You've got, we've done 2 together, so go ahead and do the rest, and then we'll address any other questions that you have on tomorrow and make sure that we're ready for our mini quiz over these special cases.